Here's 40 shillings on the drum for those who volunteer to come to list and fight the foe today over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the main, through Flanders, Portugal and Spain, King George commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. When duty calls me, I must go to stand and face another foe. But part of me will always stray over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the main, through Flanders, Portugal and Spain, King George commands and we obey, over the hills and far away.
Hello, everyone. We're about to start. 1 minute 30. About to start the game. 331st versus La Compañía Maldita. Spanish team. Gonna be casting from the Axis side from La Compañía Maldita. My name is Ulfbert. I'm here filling in for Formis, who couldn't make it last minute. The point is going to be WN7 in Utah. The point you see right below. Very interesting point. Very even. Whoever caps first is going to have a major advantage in this situation because, as you can see, is fairly open ground, both to the east and to the west. And therefore, that makes a recap really, really tough, and you need to flank. We're going to see whoever caps first. We're going to see struggle for this crossroads. The players trying to secure. If they were allies, they're going to try to hold this corner. And if they are Germans, they're going to do the same. This is the first time we're going to cast with the double map in one. So we're going to see the allies. We see they're bringing their medium. One Stewie. The other Stewie is probably... Oh, they're doing one Greyhound. Two Greyhounds. One Stewie alone. Okay, they're saving some fuel. We have wall drop. We have the medium on the very bottom. Is this a new crew? We have here a Lux and a Puma. Okay, so there's two Luxes for La Compañía Maldita. We're gonna see in a few seconds some rockets. Okay, too early. Way too early. Maybe not just early, just short. We see the Allied approach right here. 3 tanks moving in. We haven't seen any track loss, any kills. No one has any points. One truck went down right here. We see the points here by VVK. One truck is down for La Compañía Maldita, unfortunately, and another one lost its people on it. Very interesting. So that means the allies are favored to cap this. One truck disappeared and one truck lost its people on it. So a very good start for the allies. One pen on the medium from the Sherman. This is looking not very good. Exchanging blows with the medium. We see almost 50% cap for the allies who are alone in the point due to that snipe on 2 trucks that we saw. P4 is still alive. Shelling the point. Wow, we already saw an allied truck made it all the way here. Incredible. The Gary is still up, so there's hope for La Compañía Maldita. Like I said at the beginning, excellent control in the north by La Compañía Maldita. You can see the crossroads. It was a launching pad for this offensive over here. Contesting now. La Compañía Maldita is actually contesting with soft cap. Incredible. You see a reversal of the capping progress in favor of the blue. Really, really good. That means everyone that made it to the circle is dying to this HE, to this bombing run, to this barrage of artillery, grenades. Incredible. A smoke, very, very smart. There's 2 ways to enter. One is that little gap in the barbed wire, and another one is on this road over here. So they're smoking both entrances. All the Axis needs to do is make it to this wall and then they're protected. Copy in progress for La Compañía Maldita. Excellent recovery. They lost one truck and part of another, and they're recapping. Excellent job. The truck that made it in the north probably put a garrison, and then from that garrison, everyone that died respawned there, and LPs as well. We see allies playing for a flank over here. They're already playing for a flank. Maybe overplaying their hand too much because they're losing hard cap. So everyone in here, it will have to walk 600 meters. We have ground fields and San Maria approach. A very interesting layout for the Axis, whereas Hill 5 is for the allies. Copying progress continues. Where is the armor? We see armor outside of the circle. It got touched by fire. Survives the second shot. I'll tell you how much. They will not pick again. They lost part of the crew, and one guy is repairing. So they lost the tanker. The Stewie is still fighting. More smoke coming in. Hectic. 50% contested now. Great battle. Great opening for WN7. Back and forth. Now we see a little bit of a recuperation of the capping progress. They're recovering a bit. And now we see La Compañía Maldita stick putting a looks into the fight. Unfortunate there, it flipped the barrier, the guard post. If that looks makes it to the circle, all he needs to do is make it to this area. Right in there. This is the gold spot. This is the gold spot right here, behind the wall. You're in hard cap, and you're protected. Copy in progress for La Compañía once again. Let's follow the adventures of that looks. It's going into the dark. It's gonna run into the medium on the right. They got stuck. Hello. At least truck him. Yeah, truck him and run away. Shoot the trucks and then run away. Hello? Hello? Fire, my brother! Fire! What are they doing? Where's the looks doing? At least damage the track so they had to repair. Why is he not firing? Is he out of rounds already? He might be out of munitions already. Wow. That's an expensive gunner. Yep. See the other looks cleaning here, cleaning the rest. The P4 maybe to have taken advantage of that molestation, I would say, of the medium. I'm pretty sure the allies have an AT gun somewhere over there. Yep, we see that right here. So this looks is not long for this world. I don't understand the play on the looks is this aggressive on a heavy, on a medium, I'm sorry. Yep. They're eager to get it to a medium, I'm sure. Instead of staying static here, I will drive here and burn OPs, kill the Stewie from the engine. They're just sitting ducks over there, one pen in. Almost 80% cap progress in favor of La Compañía Maldita, but as long as this medium is there, there's a lot of HE potential. The Stewie is there. Good job by the armor of 331st. Cleaning this dives by the lights. D4 still alive, controlling the game. He cleared with HE a lot of the enemy infantry. Really good play by them. The fight for the mansion continues, and Cap or an opener goes to La Compañía Maldita. Although the fight is not over. There's a lot of infiltration. Let's check the map again. The infiltration went deep all the way to HQ. We're gonna see satchellers getting ready for that. That's not good. They're doing the Australian thing. Yep. I saw you, brother. Where's the spotter? The spotter is in Narnia. This is incredible. This is incredible. What is the spotter doing? How do you not see a guy run all the way here to you and satchel? First heavy is gonna go down. Unfortunate. So this is gonna be the norm now. People satcheling heavies off the rip. I mean, I don't want to single anyone out, but the spotter in this tank is to blame for this. This guy run like this, went under, showed up, did like that, and start satcheling, and struggled to satchel, and nobody saw them or heard the steps. First heavy is down for La Compañía Maldita. Thank God Dispenser 4 over here is alive. Otherwise, this would be really ugly. We see Luke S. That's his name. Also annoying the crap out of people from the back line, trying to find where the Garys are. We saw that early truck. I think it's this one. Do all that drive just to deliver this OP. Okay, the satchel guy has redeployed. It fulfilled its duties, killing the heavy. Panzer 4 is wounded but alive, and we see the medium is still alive. The Stewie is still alive. No contestation, so that means despite their armor presence, they're doing a good job respawning. No Gary yet. They killed the supply. We saw the torpedo by the Germans land on WN7, but we don't see it on the map, and we don't see any Gary. We see a new box 50 supplies dropped by Danny. Buen trabajo, Danny. We need the Gary. If they want to hold this, we're not going to hold it with OPs only. We're going to see the first heavy. The first 76 is already on the way. This AT gun is almost predictable. You can predict someone is going to be there with an AT gun. So basically denies any armor push south of this trench. Anywhere here where I'm looking is going to be penned a couple of times by that AT gun. So that restricts the P4 to this play or this little brink road or this main road. I think Axis should get the Gary quickly, and then armor should reposition around this spot, particularly when Hill 5 is the next point. We have Commander Elio. I'm in the RD squad with Alfred. So far, rocking a good amount of kills. We see a complete wipeout by 331st. Only armor survives, which is not good for armor. On top of that, they're smoked. Let me see how many of these players have a satchel. Eric might be one. That's a really nice bombing run. Medium is still alive, but wounded. P4 should... now it's too late for the P4 to make a play. P4 should have made a play earlier, before the heavy moved up. So if... Okay, Artie is on the tank. This is really good play by... Okay, Stewie went down. This is looking better and better for La Compañía Maldita. I must say, I'm impressed by the resilience of La Compañía Maldita. They lost a truck and a half. They lost the first heavy to a satchel. And by pure power of the infantry, outfragged the opponent and recapped, or not recapped, because they never lost a point. fought back an 80% cap or 75% cap for the Allies, and here we are. Complete control of the points. Not yet a full boxing out of them, but almost. Now, as I said earlier, if Allies capped, this was going to be the fighting position. Now the fighting position is for this little house over here. Some people call it grandmas, some people call it grandpas. Maybe grandpa and grandma live together in this house, so it's both. But now the fight is going to be for this bunker, for this trench system, and for this spot. Once this spot is conquered by La Compañía Maldita, then these tanks are going to need to play further back, and then there's a progression possible into Hill 5. Medium, excellent job by the medium staying alive for so long. Now it's reversing with the wounded leg. So not a lot of cover here, but also not a lot of sightlines for the Germans who are in the southern part. Two mediums. This medium is too passive. Yep, the same commander now learned the lesson and now is extremely passive. It should be a little bit, should be at least here or here, right? Probably they don't have a mark on the heavy, so they don't know the heavy south. Probably they assume the heavy somewhere here, so they're playing passively in the south. I will have taken the medium here. Help the infantry clear these roads. This Gary is gonna go kabooey soon. No blueberries are aware of that yet. Second medium. Fully manned. It's the same strategy by the Allies. Layering. One front, one back. Exactly like we see here. One in the back, one in the front. Finally, the P4 in the opener. Really good decision now. They're probably low on ammo. So they decided to anchor on the circle. Very smart. I would just stay alive. I would just show up as a tank in their flares and keep them guessing. Okay, they got pinned once. Yep, you need to hide. This is not a proper cover. I'm not sure about this. They should be here sideways, peeking left and right, left and right. Here they're in front, so they have no easy recourse. Okay, good. They heard me. They didn't kill the medium. Oh, they did kill the medium. Now with the new explosions, it's hard to see. But one medium went down. I'm assuming the P4 won the battle. Very well done. Where is the corpse? It's not on the map, so it died. But I don't see the map. I don't see the corpse. You see the heavy here with its rep station. 2 rep stations and a Gary. This is nice and cute until you get a peace strike, and all this goes to shit. The view is not even that good. Big Mac. Big Mac probably sees more than the gunner. The P4 is gonna get a hit by the heavy. This is a brave motherfucking medium. So far, we don't see a big push by La Compañía Maldita. They're not really interested or investing in pushing Hill 5 yet. Let's go. Let's see that Lux. But the Lux is not gonna... Unfortunately, it's not gonna be able... Yeah, it went down already. From this medium. Well done. Now they also get their own rep station. We start to see this is very good for La Compañía Maldita. If they make it to these trenches, then I don't see any infantry by the enemy. It's just tanks by 331st. Just tanks. Most of the pressure is in protecting Hill 5. They're not gonna do any more satchels. The first heavy, the first Tiger is in mid. No, it's just mediums. 3 mediums. D-strike on the heavy. Told you. The Gary survives. Incredible. This tank was very lucky. Very, very lucky. Only one. Only one. How are these tier 1 barricades? One of them at least not destroyed. This is incredible. Yeah, repurpose that. Get the hammer. Already doing its job. Excellent. No more reps for you. And it's sideways. This is what I don't like about this. It's sideways. So you can get bent, technically. If the round comes a little bit low. If the round hits right there, nice and easy. It's dangerous. I guess they cannot from this angle. E4 is extremely brave. They want a piece of that heavy, and I agree with them. Again, once again, why are we peeking frontal? We need to be angled like this. The driver should be looking like this. Why are we front? This tank should be dead. What is the heavy doing? The heavy has a lot of bushes in between. Okay. They also destroyed... Artie is doing an excellent job. Artie is already 400 CE. Excellent job killing this repair station. Keeping the tank vulnerable. Excellent job. Okay. I like very much what I see by La Compañía Maldita. They're survived with this Gary or repositioned the Gary if it was lost. They're overwhelmed here. I count here 8 players and 3, 6. But you see them moving here. They need to protect this Gary. They need to fight for this city area, this rat city. And they need to take that Gary down. Let's leave the tanks alone for a second and let's look into this development over here. A dangerous OP here by Matt. Matt kills a person, so now they know he exists. First Tiger is out. Not man yet. I mean, it should be second, but it's first. Okay, Matt's OP turned into 3 players now. Gary is in danger. One of these guys has a rocket, so we need to be very careful. If they find the Gary... Okay. Very cautious. This is almost fighting square by square. You fight for this square of land, and then you get this square of land with limited cover. Gary almost went down. And then you fight for this square of land, and so on and so forth. We see, like I said at the beginning, La Compañía Maldita clearly winning the gunfights, even with the inferiority of numbers. We just counted 8 players by the Allies versus a couple, like a handful, and this Gary is still up. And people are holding them back. They're doing an excellent job staying alive, repositioning, communicating, and also doing a great job despite the armor inferiority. They lost their first heavy. And still, they managed to they managed to hold and box them out almost. This is as good as you can get. The smoke, very excellent use of the smoke as well by the infantry. Those are low smokes and long lasting, so those are thrown by medics and officers. This is a great. We saw that in the early part of the game to get into WN7. Very disciplined, very well done, and also smoking the enemy tanks. These couple of smokes are really making this line of visibility difficult for the armor. Almost impossible to see. There are people here. And all they need to do is make this short run here. If La Compañía Maldita makes it to this outpost and forces this tank away, that would be a major achievement. We see one of the stilts go down, and then this tank doesn't know what to do. More smoke on it. That's a great play. If you cannot kill him, smoke him. It's like turning them off. If they can't see, they can't fight. I'm a little bit surprised I don't see a second heavy by now. We already have more than half an hour pass. And we basically have this equivalent of armor now. I don't know if I missed it, but okay, here's the heavy, but nobody's on it. So whatever that killing the satcheling of the heavy was, we see the same here. For a couple of minutes, the heavy not used. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. I would not venture a heavy for so long, either HQ. Alone. I would not do that. And you need the heavy. The heavy here could be really important. Maybe this is part of the new meta, but people are still trying to find out. The new meta being use more mediums and not so many heavies. Finally, this tank is getting punished for peeking the wrong way. Yep. That's not how you peek. That's not how you peek. The driver doesn't need to see the target. They were out of ammo probably too, but they stayed there too long. Even if you kite sideways, you can even shoot them from here. You can use the entire house as your hull, as your cover. Why peek here? Park it here and die. Not understanding that. I'm not understanding that at all. We see what we talked about earlier. La Compañía Maldita controlling this house. Excellent development. Winning their gunfights. And just as I predicted, now you bring armor here. And you deny... You can park one dude here. We don't need 3 tankers here to be parked like this. I'm sorry, but you could get a gunner here, park it, engine off, bye-bye, and the other 2 bring the heavy. Only when the Panzer IV died, they're taking the next heavy. That's very, very strange. That could have been Satchel again. We see the medium making a play. I don't know if this 3-man immobile medium is gonna see him. Probably not. Okay, it was a fake push. They're not pushing actually. I don't understand why they're not repurposing this for fuel. Yeah, all the smokes on this tank is driving them crazy. I can guarantee you that. They don't see crap. And they don't know whether to move or not move. Where are the heavies? What happened to the first heavy? So all this time, they did okay without a heavy. Incredible. But now they lost this Panzer IV. They have a stationary medium here. They should have already the heavy up. They have the fuel. They should have the second crew in a heavy. Killing this medium, helping these people push K5. We're starting to see finally they clear the entire back line. There's no more red dots moving around. And finally we're starting to see a line of OPs, however weird that is. But a line of OPs aligning with that curvy road. Finally making sense. If instead of SLs, the people running here were bazookas, or satchellers, this will be so much different. We're probably gonna see that now. Unfortunate. If instead of yeah, this is what they should do. They should run this road. Exactly. Run this road. Make a turn. And bazooka him from the side 3 times. Such a broad, flat side. It's so easy to aim. But for some reason, we only see riflemen, and SLs making the risky play. At least they forced that medium that probably is out of ammo. They forced them back. Look at this poor medium. Completely surrounded by smoke. This, I really hate this because I'm a tanker, but I really appreciate the usefulness of this. Yep, this Tetra has been on this tank for the entire game so far. More than half an hour just harassing this medium with smokes. Probably harassing the crew when they move. But the only real downside is these 2 riflemen. Where are the bazookas, right? Bazookas and satchels. You can have engineers, you can have assault, you can have anti-tank. It could be... This should have been dead 20 minutes ago. But for some reason, we see only 1 bazooka as support and officers. We don't have enough anti-tank presence here. Another 2 SLs, 3 SLs. I mean, probably they don't even fear that tank. Probably they don't even care, to be honest. But I would care. They killed a medium. I would care. I would care. That's my only criticism of this so far. For a long while, we've been saying they're aiming, but none of these people are satchels. None of these people present the threats. So what's good making all this way back? Apart from, well, you got the Gary. But what good is it being here if you're gonna not present a threat? Right? Look at this. The power of infantry harassing tanks. In this game, infantry should be afraid of tanks, but in this situation, nothing bends the will of the Spanish players. Amazing job today. Really brave. Really on, you know, in tune with what was needed, apart from having more bazookas and more satchels. But really winning the gunfight. Superior infantry, clearly. And yeah, alone you're not gonna do it. Now finally we see an OP. So why are not like a bazooka and a satchel and a medic maybe? A lot of smoke on that tank. 2 bazookas, satchel by proxy, and this should be dead. This has to be out of ammo. Come on. This is the opener medium or one of the opener tanks. One of the opener mediums. The second medium, I think. Okay. They heard me. This looks like they heard me. Another rocket. And he died to small RMG. Yeah, run away, brother. The game in the north is still very much the same. We see ammo, a bombing run, not hitting anything, probably decaying. No, not even decaying. We do see armor pushing by the allies over here. If you don't push, they're gonna push. He's already wounded. Cracks. I'm sorry, but this medium's still here. You don't need 3 people. The driver probably already, I don't know, took a nap. You don't need this tank here with 3 people. These people should be in the heavy. They've been punished probably because they lost the first heavy, so they're not gonna get heavy until these two people get heavy. Okay. This tank is coming in. Another shadow play. Shady, shady. Had to drive all the way here. Where are you gonna park? Is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares in. Nice. I like this AT gun. I think it's very smart to counter what they were doing. Again, we don't need this P4 with 3 people. We could park this P4 here with 1 gunner and it will be as effective. It's a misuse of armor squads, in my opinion. This is way more important here. This is gonna kill the heavy, guarantee. The use of smoke, I mean, I tip my hat to La Compañía Maldita. Excellent use. This is what smoke should be. Okay, the medium went down to the AT gun, perfect, and the heavy is next. This is what you do in an open field. You smoke the shit out of that, and then you make a push, and you do it over and over and over again. Kudos to this SL who harassed that medium, got it killed, got it to move, and all this entire now you can say there's boxed out. Look at that. OPs are super clear. 1 lone tank here. If the allies lose this tank or is forced to retreat and lose the Gary, this is becoming dangerous for them because they get boxed out of the south, and then the game becomes here. Becomes Chapel and Hill 5, and that's not good for them. As allies, pushing this open field I'm aiming right now is cancer. So losing here is losing the front door, basically. Losing any chance to... It's funny. The defending team has more anti-tank than the attackers. The attackers come with officers and supplies. 1 NG. The engineer needs to get in touch with that. But I don't know why we don't have more bazookas. Proxy Satchel went down. That's very good. It took the repair station. It put a lot of doubts into this tank who got track damage. Party by Alfred on demand. Excellent play. Excellent play. Excellent play. The power of smoke. This game should be relabeled the power of smoke. Look at what smoke does. It forces a heavy that otherwise stood there for 40 minutes. Well, 30 minutes because it was spawned 10 minutes in. It forced them to retreat. It forced them to panic. It gained all this ground for infantry. The OP should be put here like yesterday. Don't go and die. Put the OP down. Woo! Woo! They're still getting hit by the AT gun. Oh my god. Poor Big Mac. Poor Big Mac. Okay, he found some solace. Some cover. Oh, wow. Excellent job holding the allies in this pocket. The entire game, we've seen this Gary stay alive, survive all the flanking, all the maneuvers. The half-track died. The half-track with soft flanking got killed. Now we see Commander Elio, like, moving his own half-track. For some reason, this line is ridiculous. It's there instead of, like, pushing and enveloping. It's still vertically aligned. These people could be further in. These people could be here. They should be here. Being there, I don't know what they're doing. Being extremely cautious. Repairing tracks, repairing hull. What we need to do is this AT gun. Kudos to this dude. Oh, sorry. Kudos to these 2 players. This AT gun needs to be moved. Needs to be rebuilt in here. In here. And you deny all this. Still, they're harassing this heavy like there's no tomorrow. Is the satchel on? One hull shot. Oh my god, this is... Spark, this is like a Christmas tree. I don't know if they have a satchel or not. They do not. I don't see the circle. But Gonzalo was very close to satcheling. Look at that. That is cooking. That was right through there. Oh, come on. You have a satchel. Ooh, why are you going the wrong way? Hope he's down. Great job by Kamak. Okay, this tank lives another day. This poor tank. This poor tank. Gonzalo is limping from one leg. Yeah, smoke goes out. They know. There's a little opener here. You can walk through here. I think. Proxy satchel on. This tank might go down. This tank might go down to proxy satchel. Oh god. Because it's wounded. It has one shot in the hull. Or two. And track damage. So, proxy satchels do track damage. So it's gonna feed into the hull. This tank will go down. 3, 2. Ah! What? What? Keep trying, Gonzalo. Next one. Half, 50%. Half of the game already passed. 50% is in. And all we see is progress and more progress by La Compañía Maldita. Really, really impressive game so far by them. We're still 50-50. There have been no disconnects. I don't want to invoke Voldemort, but yeah, so far really, really good game by La Compañía Maldita, demonstrating the power of smoke, the power of infantry. The only criticism I had in the beginning was a little bit more anti-tank rolls where they were needed. But in the lack of that, the smoke did the job. They lost, remember people, they lost the first Tiger to a satchel in HQ. Fully manned. But the allies, the 331st was not able to capitalize on any of that, unfortunately for them. They couldn't, squeeze any juice out of that nasty satcheling of the first heavy of the game for the Germans. And all we saw is heavy and mediums here alone without infantry succumb and and go back to smoke and infantry. And now to clean the house, here comes Conan el Bárbaro. El Rábano. Sorry. Conan el Rábano. Nice. Okay, this is gonna clean the house. Probably that tanker is like, is that a Tiger? Fuck me. Yes. Yes. Keep repping, buddy. Keep repping, buddy, or this is gonna look bad for you. Keep repping. Keep repping. I love this. I love this. And keep going. Keep going. What? Probably no AP for this tank. 2 wrecks in the front. Why are you shooting there? Shoot there. Turbo gunner. Push forward, my brother. Push forward. Oh, he got the info that he got satchel. Very smart. Yeah, but that doesn't justify the 2 wrecks. Come on, gunner. Buena, yeah. Buena. Good move. That was a great play. I'm scaring you that I'm gonna shoot you with the Tiger. Where's the AT gun? The AT gun went down. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is gonna go... Nope. Boom. This Tiger and this armor play was really well done. This in 40 more minutes, game is gonna be transferred to the 7th and 6th line. Excellent development here. Don't over push. This is your heavy. Don't over push without infantry. You have no one around you. Don't get drunk in the honeys of victory. Be conservative. There's a rat over there. Hello, rat. Hello, how are you? I know what you're doing. But have you checked the map? You're losing Hill 5. They're waiting for the tank. They're waiting for the tank. Meanwhile, we saw cap progress by one dude inside the circle. This is gonna be an OP by Trinchapinos. Okay. These names, bro. They're funny. Finally, this Panzer IV moved. They were parked for 40 minutes. Punishment. That's karma for losing, for not seeing the satchel on you. So now you were punished to play Panzer IV in one spot for 40 minutes. Good play. We need this heavy now to move north. Look at the cleaning of this area. Heavy on heavy, we're gonna see. This P4 is acting on this tech mark, maybe? Come on, you should see that. Get the Greyhound. Get the Greyhound. The Greyhound is... the Greyhound is hiding. Yep. Yeah, you better run away, buddy. Don't tell me this is a 3-man. Oh my god. Oh my god. This should be banned. How are you going to have 3 people in a recon tank in this day and age? And die too. I'm sorry, guys, but that was funny. That was funny. We've been seeing a misuse of tank crews the whole game by both teams. Yeah, I like this. It's a heavy though. We see Lucas trying probably to get a flare here to find the Gary. But the Gary, it will not be shown because it's only one dude, so it's not a blaster. Not gonna show up anything. Who killed this guy? Who killed Franz? No one here. Maybe this NG. Yep. Yep. Now we see, it's like they read my mind. We see a heavy. We see a medium and we see a heavy. Heavy wrecked. Yeah, this gunner, Ferro, what? Yeah, I need to go back to the training camp. Been raking all day. Yeah, 21st century, and still they shoot the front with bazookas. Told you, don't over push. Don't over push. Told you. And the gunner rigged his first 4 shots and put one in the tracks. Look at that. Tracks, and the record of that gunner is tracks successfully and then 3 wrecks. Look, this is what I mean. If you're a comp gunner, why are you shooting the curved, hard frontal armor of a 76? That is conceptually wrong. Conceptually wrong. Conceptually wrong. That Tiger gunner needs to get a pinky finger amputated. He's shooting the wrong part of the tank. Watch out, buddy. That's sad to see. That's sad to see. Look what they're aiming. That's gonna be rigged 110% of the time. Incredible. Incredible. I'm speechless. It would have killed that tank. It had the first shot, but it rigged. Okay. Let's focus on Hill 5 and Church and Chapel. We see heavy on medium. People are being pushed further and further back north here. So, yeah. Don't over push. The medium might take you down. The medium. Hello. This is the misuse of a heavy. This is a heavy in the open, alone. 2 blueberries are in the road. It's alone. He doesn't see any of these red circles, but he got shot from the side. He's already wounded. The heavy should not be here alone doing this. In my opinion, it should be on the road, cleaning infantry. HE here, like pushing like this, cleaning this, finding angles, protected by distance. You know. They lose this heavy here. Might be bad. And why is nobody repairing? That's another point. Like, get out. Hide here. Here you repair hull. Here you repair engine. And here you repair tracks. The medium is still up. And they're still showing sight to the medium. Yeah, good play on... Yeah, they're gonna go down. Look at that. And they're not moving. Tracks. Second shot was tracks. Really bad. From Guatemala into Guatepeor. So the direction is here. Clearly the medium is at the end of this line. Finally the spotter, Alnerius, found the threat. Oh my god, the medium is still shooting the front of a heavy. Are we, what is this? And this tank is not reversing, it's just staying there. So the other medium might have him. See, the medium understands. The medium understands what's needed. Near the road. Hello? Hello? The other medium is... Okay. Oh my god! They should have... Oh my god. Oh no, he's giving engine to the other medium. What are we doing here? Gosh. Just kill the tiger, please. Get it done. The medium did extremely unnecessary turns here. They wrecked. They have engine. They have engine. Clearly the tiger is panicking. Look the loop that medium did, and nobody bazooka. There's no... Yeah, you go down. Yeah. Enough torture. Enough torture. And nothing came out of that. Nothing came out of that. No OP, no new Gary, no progress, no front door push, unfortunately. We have a half an hour left. Let's check on hard cap. See, this is what the heavies are for. You anchor the point. Again, I don't like this. Like, this is like being without pants in the middle of a rape town. You should be behind cover. You could be behind here with a gun right or angled, and you could be equally effective that we cover. You choose to be here. At least they killed the heavy that was there, I'm assuming, because they bring a new one. But this is extremely dangerous. Look at this. If you get a shot from an AT gun or something, you have no recourse, no resource to use to hide. The infantry, however, they do understand. Look at this before. Finally. This before is doing really good progress. Is it medium coming for him? We see the medium right there. Kill 5 is almost like WN7, almost empty. And the fight is coming in on the church. Or the church city. Wow, I love this. Finally a Gary. A Gary here. This could be really good if they commit to this Gary and holding him. Holding it up over here. This could be really, really good. But they need to protect it. The Gary's in the bush. This gunfight will determine, yeah, the survival or not of that Gary. I open my mouth and the Gary's gone. Okay. He was looking that way and didn't hear someone coming in. Okay, if they have supplies, they should put a new one. They do not. No one has a box. Both should be begging for a box. You could put the Gary here instead of here, right? In the back of the road, further secure. It's not going to block any other Gary. Look at this. The closest Gary we have is this. North from this Gary, there's nothing for La Compañía Maldita. Nothing. No Gary, not even an OP. There's one OP here. That's it. So this is a little bit concerning, a little bit troubling. There's no control of this area. They do have some SLs, some semblance of a line. This is a half track again by Shadow. What is this? What is this? What is that tank doing there? Gil, que no es ningún Gil. Yeah, they're losing the Gary. The long diffuse. They don't see the Gary locked. You don't see the Gary locked in your map. Just game sense, right? Like, go there, kill these people before the Gary goes up. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Gary was right there, and they shot there with AP. AP, they used AP for that. No way those guys survived that round if that was HE. Okay. This OP is creating a lot of trouble down here. Incredible. One OP 250 meters away is creating... It got a Gary and it created a lot of problems. And it caught this Panzer IV as it was transitioning forward. They never repositioned the Gary here? Nope. Very slow in putting a box again. Mike squad. This should have been a box. Now they got wiped. They have been a box like 5 minutes ago. Just drop a box. Finally, someone understood. A box here. Alexis, get Gary up. Hill 5 should be pushed from this water canal. And this line, and then north. That's how you cap this. You're not gonna cap it from the open field diagonally like this. You're gonna get shot from the road. You're gonna get shot from the south. You're gonna get shot from the hill itself. You need cover, and cover is provided by this hedgerow and this road and this canal. And you need a tank here with you in the chapel. Not here. You need it here. Meanwhile, in the tanks pushing alone chapter. Yes, exactly. Once again, in the open. Not here angled, but here in the open. And crap happens. Shit happens. Contrary to that, this heavy tank is behind cover. Can reverse and cover itself. It has the rep station. A lot of lessons today to be learned. Who is this? Who is this? Knappe. Knappe has no OP close? Oh, OP's here. Yeah, that flare found him. Wrong side. Reposition the OP. Got a spawn off the OP. This could be very important. We have an infiltration. 2 Garys up. I really like this. But we have infiltration here. This is dangerous. If they control crossroads and more OPs come out of this, this could be danger. This could be a very dangerous... And then this is why it's so worthless to lose Tigers here, right? It's so meaningless. I know it's boring to play here, but they have no heavies. They have not heavies for a while. Now 1 is out. And the allies made it to the crossroads. This is looking, with 25 minutes to go, this is looking concerning. Particularly with the Gary up. This Gary went down. This should be an indicator that we don't control this area. Look at this gap. An island between... People are going to spawn here and try to push this and this. And then going to take away attention from this area. This could be very, very dangerous. Okay, Baker wiped the low OP. Nice flare. Okay. They reacted very quickly. I really like this. They spawned on this Gary and they rewiped. So that is cell that died. Really made a really good call. I really like this. But look at the stacking of tanks in the south. 2 heavies. No, 1 heavy. 2 mediums. The inability of both teams to keep 2 heavies at the same time alive is remarkable. We haven't seen that. We saw that the other day in other games that we saw yesterday. But today, we see that only 1 heavy at a time. The other one is always in cooldown and a bunch of mediums. This medium seems to be committed. This looks like a strategy. They're committed to holding that canal. If they only committed a tank to holding this road, like 1 hour ago, this probably we were talking about Hill 5 being contested already. Okay. 24 minutes to go. Action. is gonna increase. I don't know if that's friendly artillery. It has to be enemy artillery. They are ripping a page of their book. They're smoking the crap out of an empty point, which is funny to see. And they're making an armor push. 3 tanks and some slow feet infantry behind them. Good common sense by this heavy, realizing they need to play here. This is the tank that the crew that got punished because they got satchel at the beginning, and only now, after going through the whole cycle of the other crews getting a heavy, they get their own heavy. Each team does it differently. I think the best crew should have the heavy all the time. They're trying to cycle the tankers. I think this is a good crew. They showed a very cautious play earlier. Maybe too cautious. They were 3-man tank stationary for 40 minutes here. Yeah, they hear the call. All the tanks. This tank could do a lot of damage right there. It could siphon both tanks. They're fighting it out. Who's the gunner of this? Don't tell me. Yeah, it's the guy who rigs all the time. Okay. So it's not gonna end well for them. The driver, yeah, the driver should kill that dude. Nobody's repairing. They're reversing into the enemy medium. Why? Why are they reversing into the enemy medium? You're here. Either you repair or you die. So they did take down 1 medium. I don't know if it was that crew or this crew, but 1 medium is down for the allies. So that P4 was an exchange. They're missing one of the... There was 2 mediums and a heavy, and only we have... And now the point is not empty anymore. It's a little bit of a disconnect, right? Okay, there we go. Because... Okay, there you go. Infantry's trying to connect with the armor. These are 2 mediums. What happened to the heavy? This is not a heavy. This is a medium. So either the medium, the Panzer IV, took the heavy, or this Tiger took the heavy. Well done. Well done. I think it was this tank crew. We will see later. Maybe the other caster maybe caught that. I think this Tiger got the 76 that was pushing map edge. The Commander Shadow is like, come on boys, I'll show you how to hold W. I think he was decayed by his own tanker. Oh my god. Yeah, the circle is here, brother. The circle is here. You need to make it here to be in the circle. Yeah, where's the infantry? Unfortunately for 331 or 331st, this is not gonna produce a cap because there's no infantry. Not enough, at least. Let's see, armor reinforcements. Where are they? What happened to the medium that was here? There was a medium here. Oh, I made it here. Okay. Great play. A 3rd medium coming in. One hit, one medium goes down. Great play. Great play, buddy. If you really want to block, just jump on the gun, and then you prevent the gunner from moving. No satchel on the tank. It's a nice hat. It's a nice American hat. And also you can splash. You can rotate here, splash the wall, and you kill this guy on you. But apparently it's not a bother for them. There's another medium. Come on. Come on. Come on. Driver, you should see that. Driver. Gun go forward. Load AP. Hello? Hello, Big Mac? What? Hello, spotter. You don't have anyone blocking your view. And the driver should start moving. Should start moving. It's like you can predict this gun. The gunner is not going to have a second shot, right? You need to start moving and follow that tank. Now they're engine. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a aneurysm today. All this misplaced by armor. Okay. Like I said, nothing came out of this. Both mediums are down. Infantry came too little, too late. We have a Stewie trying to wipe stuff. Maybe the Gary. Gary went down. Satchel is on. The damage is done. We need a Gary like yesterday. Get the AT gun before you blow up. Get the AT gun. You're out of bounds, brother. You're gonna die out of bounds instead of killing the AT gun? Oh my god. That was funny. Just all you had to do is like slow down, turn left, run these people over. Anyways. Good control. Good control. Nobody panicked. We do have something, which is this. Out of that chaotic, funny, discoordinated push by both teams, we really only can say that this was regained by the Allies. The only major development. That's one entry point into the WN7 again. They keep in sitting now. Mediums are as common as cauliflower. They're going back to smoking the point. We see the complete disappearance of people from the middle. Everyone understands that crucial time approaches. You should block. Only 12 or 12 and a half minutes left. Why are they cooking here? They're cooking something. Yeah, honk honk. Why are you cooking? Why are you not even... Yeah, what? You didn't even drop a box. Who killed that? Bazooka? I don't see a bazooka player. Someone killed that. Well done, I guess. Don't tell me it wasn't mine. It was a bazooka. We see another medium. Oh my god, this is the heavy alone. Gonzalo, the entire game you had satchel, and now you have a heavy right there. Yeah. What is this crew expecting to do? I mean, I understand, but Rather be here. Be here, stay alive. Right? Be here, stay alive. Covered. Kill infantry. You're in the open here. You can get shot. Really good job by La Compañía Maldita holding the tanks back just with infantry. The eventual AT gun, which the Stewie should have reported, by the way. Even if you didn't kill it, you have reported there's an AT gun there. These AT guns, this is the second one they built, have been really doing a great job. Commander, look at this. Commander's aim. No lo ve. He doesn't see it. Too much smoke. This is nasty because you shoot through that gap in the wall. This is very nasty. If they only saw that they have a direct shot on it. They decided they're gonna rep here. When the smoke is gone, ooh, they killed the user. Okay, that was close. I mean, how are they not killing the AT gun, but they're killing the people on it? It's incredible. I don't understand. Yep, people duro. Don't shoot the turret. Shoot the mantlet. Oh, they only have view, I think. They only have a view of the side of the turret. They only see the side of the turret. And that's a rig. You have to shoot that flat part right there. Or the hull. This is the luckiest 76 I've ever seen. It's allowing people to sneak in through the forest area here, the trees, road. All this crazy smoke. I can be here and not die. This is incredible. This is crazy, guys. 11 minutes on the clock. Heavy's pushing. The other heavy's pushing. This heavy's staying in the reserve. Tiger again. What's with the frontal peaks? These people. Oh my god! No! The AT guns never marked this tank. You're gonna go. Shoot the hull. Shoot the hull or you're gonna die. Shoot the hull twice or you're gonna die. Another shot on the turret and you go down, bro. Oh my god, they haven't fired once. And you go forward to die now? Kaboom. Oh my god. The misplace. Put the tiger in the circle. Put the tiger right here. It's in the circle. Behind the wall. Nobody will kill you. You angle and you wait for them to make a play. And you show up, shoot them and reverse. Shoot them and reverse. What is this driving in the middle with no cover? Capping progress going in. The luckiest 76 I've ever seen in my life. Might do it. Might do it for them. See? They're in the circle now. They're doing what they should have done. And they're gonna get wrecked. The other Tiger needs to make a play, or this 76 is gonna win the game. Okay, great. Awesome. Awesome. Who are you? See? I talk shit about you when you got satcheled. Great job, guys. Great job. You saved the game. Capping progress is restored. The storm is over. Great shit. And now this heavy here, no, this medium is gonna wipe them up. Gonna clean the house. Was it them that killed them? Maybe it was them that killed that. Even better. Who is this tank crew? Awesome. That's an OP. That's an American OP. Look at this Panzer IV. Using the barbed wire to cover its flank and then wiping all of this infantry. To kill at least 5-7 guys. I don't know where they're moving. They should stay where they were. Danger is mostly over. The Gary is restored. All the OPs are clear. There's an airhead on. Look at all the OPs. A little bit of a panic. A little bit of an overreaction, I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 OPs plus an airhead plus a Gary. A bombing run here will kill a bunch of these people, but there's no more danger here, I think. They need to fight for this cross trench, regain grandpas, and that will be it. 8 minutes of the clock. Yeah, medium is fighting this medium. How are they wrecking? Panzer IV destroyed. There's a Gary in the exact same place. Like they have this rehearsed. The amount of smoke in this game, I think, has to be a record. Here comes Big Mac for a revenge. I don't know. All in all, I would say both teams really didn't take full advantage of the new armor meta. They just threw tanks in the open like regular. I don't think they practiced, except for the satchel on the first heavy. They copied what Chimera tried yesterday versus Pathfinders. But apart from that, I've seen reckless plays by heavies from both sides, misuse. Not a lot of salvaging for fuel. I mean, it looks like both teams didn't care about protecting their heavies and playing with 2 heavies at one point at the same time. It's just like, if you have it, you have it. Sometimes for long periods of time, the heavies were spawned and nobody was manning them. I'm a little bit disappointed in that as an observer. Look at this collection of tanks. If this one goes down, we have the 3 amigos here. That should tell you that head row is not gonna cover you. They got shot from there. I can pass, so that round can pass. Gun a 6, what happens? Panzer IV behind you. No, he's dead. Where's gun a 6? This protocol. Copying progress with a medium on Hill 5. Yep. Why not? Why not? Yeah, maybe this is nice. This is a nice play. Maybe you create some chaos and some over redeployment. This guy is not losing any time. He took 2 or 3 guys down. Nice play. Cap continues. 3 guys in a heavy in the circle. Park it. Park it here. Park it here and try to find the Gary. Yeah, park it there. Stop. And kill the people spawning. So someone says there's a P4 in Hill 5 and you will deploy as a rifleman. Nice. Another one. P4 in Hill 5. An automatic rifleman. What? What was that? The tank group jumped out of the tank. The only guy with sense is this guy. brought a bazooka, and that guy who brought a bazooka. The rest spawned to die. It was a little bit of a chaotic. Yeah, you buy time with those plays. You buy time. I don't dislike that. Meanwhile, we're gonna replace the 3 amigos with the 2 amigos. Yeah, I mean, how many times are you gonna do the same play? The same play and die on the same spot? This tank was here earlier. They trying to shoot them, they cleaned the carcass, and now they died in the same spot. I mean, how many times? Right? How many times are you gonna succumb to the same threat? The other one pushed. Nice. Good job. Yes. Yes. You stayed alive. Once again, peeking front. It's like the driver needs to see. You don't need to see the threat, my friend. You need to be behind cover. 30 seconds. This is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. They lost all armor. With our armor, nothing is possible. 2 heavies, finally. Finally, 2 heavies at the same time. First time in the game. 2 heavies are playing together. Great game. 3, 2, 1. Great game for La Compañía Maldita. Which, they might not be cursed after all. They might not be malditos at all. They might be actually quite good. GG's. This is the second victory for La Compañía Maldita in HCA. They won the first week as well, if I recall correctly, in Carrington. And it's the second defeat for 331st. They lost, if I'm correct, Kharkov in the first round, 3-2. So good game for both. They really, I mean, demonstrated the superiority of infantry when they can outwin their gunfights. I think they outfragged. We're gonna see probably the stats later on. But I think the infantry did all the heavy lifting here for La Compañía Maldita. Really, really good, strong performance. The power of smoke, as I said at the beginning. Good game by the Arty player. Tank Cruise 3.4, 3.2. Really, really strong performance. GG's to both. Despite losing the first heavy, despite being almost capped on opener and losing their armor, the light armor. Really, Axis in this game, by the sheer power of smoke and infantry and W keying, retook the point, or secured the point rather, and then slowly but surely pushed armor on their own and forced them back and won the game and secured this game for the La Compañía Maldita. Very, very well done. Impressive display by the infantry. I'm gonna give it to the tank commander who got satcheled. I mean, Ferrociraptor 348. I mean, I'm gonna give it to you, but you need to restudy where to hit heavies. You're hitting them in the wrong place, buddy. GG's, guys. Thank you for staying there. This with a 30 minutes delay, so no spoilers, please, in the chat. Once again, I was Ulfbert. I was covering for Formis, who couldn't be here today. In Argentina is Mother's Day today, so probably he forgot he had a mother and he had a mother calling. so he had issues to attend to. I don't blame him. I could get away from that because although I'm from Argentina as well, I am not in Argentina at the moment, so I was able to cover for him. I was going to cast anyway with him, so happy to have covered this game. I'm surprised we have no crash issues. No, maybe some players that I didn't see. Look at this tank crew, 6K. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't understand how they did so high. I'm gonna cut the stream here. Thank you for staying up. And hope this stream helps both teams, not just the allies or the ones I was covering, which is the Axis, like Obey Maldita, to see opener. And I hope both teams could use this stream and improve and keep keep improving for the rest of the tournament. This is a long tournament, and nothing is written in stone yet. So there's a lot of opportunities to come back, to win back to back 2 more games, and be back in the fight. Good luck in the rest of the tournament to both. Shout out to Formis, to Luca, who probably having a nice dinner with mom. See you guys next time.